Evening. As you may well be aware, a Final Destination 5 was announced quite a while back actually, and I've been kind of keeping quiet on it really because there wasn't a lot of information going around, and all that was really revealed about it was that it was going to involve some kind of accident on a bridge. Aside from that, there wasn't much information. Well, as you may have seen, they've now released a trailer for it, and we see a little bit about what kind of stuff you might see in the film. As for what I think of the trailer, it seems, like they said, it seems a lot more like 1 and 2. I'm glad to see it doesn't look anything like 4. So we see, well, aside from the opening scene deaths, we see, well, 2 potential deaths and 1 potentially painful incident. The one that kind of stands out the most, kind of the centerpiece for the trailer, is the eye surgery scene. It's not made clear in the trailer, probably deliberately, whether or not this is actually a death scene or not. I mean, it could just be like a little, like a red herring thing, like when you go and see the actual movie, you think she's going to die, but actually something happens. So we kind of like the scene with the one with the fish tank that powers the gas tank thing, that whole situation. I get the impression it's going to be something similar to that, like something's going to happen right after where the trailer cuts off, where she gets saved or something, and then gets crushed by something inexplicably hanging above the road, like a piano or something, something kind of Looney Tunes like that. The next one you see is some girl on a is it called a pommel horse? One of those things that gymnasts, like a long pole that gymnasts do gymnastics on, and I'm not really sure what the point of it is, but you can see a little nail sticking out of it, and that's about it. I mean, I really hope they're not implying that she's going to be killed by a small nail sticking out of a pole, like what, she's going to get tetanus or something. I don't think so. I think that's just, I don't see how a death could possibly come of that. But it was a little bit kind of, hope she doesn't step on that. But I don't know, that seemed a little bit out of place to me. And then finally you have the one that really I just thought, oh Christ, watching it. You see a guy on an acupuncture table having some acupuncture needles put in. And anyone who's had acupuncture, it's well, it's a pain relief. It's a kind of it's not really medical. It's more of a therapeutic thing. And they take these really kind of tiny, kind of hair thin needles and just kind of stick them in to your skin a little bit. It kind of works actually. You'd be surprised. They stick these little needles, they're literally like hair thin. This guy has these needles like apparently all over most of his body for some reason. The way they just do it in one place, it's a very specific point you're supposed to put them on. But he has them like all over his face and all over his stomach for some reason. I've never seen them do it on the stomach, but whatever. And the table, for some reason, I'm guessing because the guy's quite a big guy, the table like breaks and he falls off face first on the floor. And I'm presuming we're supposed to assume that the needles like impale him somehow, but given how unbelievably thin acupuncture needles are, if they did get pushed in, it would be such an insignificant wound that you wouldn't even have to worry. I mean, they're designed for poking into people. But the more likely scenario would just be the weight of the guy hitting the floor would just snap them. I mean, it's like if you took I think of something really thin, like a really thin, like if you take the coating off an electrical wire and just take out one of the little strands, if you poked one of them into the palm of your hand and then slammed the palm of your hand down on a table, worst case scenario it would stick into your hand and hurt, like it would just be a little tiny hole, or it would just snap would be the most likely thing, because they're not, acupuncture needles are very bendy like wire, and they would just bend under the pressure and snap. So he may have like a few metal splinters that would need picking out, but it's not going to be anything serious. So I don't know what's going on with that scene either. I kind of thought, what the hell? But I don't know. I have to wait for the full movie. But basically, for anyone who's wondering, yes, I'm going to do a death scene critique of number 5 when it's out. I know I said I would never speak of the series again, but I might as well see it through. I mean, I said that thinking that the Final Destination would be the final one, but apparently not. So yeah, I'm going to do a video on it. It's probably going to be incorporated as a part of the, because I did the Fatal Error thing, which wasn't too popular, but I'm working on episode 2 being a bit less off the wall and just batshit crazy than episode 1. I haven't decided on a name for the new critique series, but I'm going to incorporate the new Final Destination into that. It probably won't be episode 1 because it's not out until August, and that's quite a wait. But we'll see how we go with that. I'll announce something about the critique show. It'll be essentially be what I initially proposed Fatal Error as, except I'm not going to turn it into just some bizarre sketch show this time. Actually, if you've got any suggestions for a title, put them in the comments and I'll consider them. Maybe do a little prize for someone whose suggestion gets used or something. But yeah, I will be doing a critique on it. But thanks to everyone who's been watching recently. I noticed that my videos haven't been so popular lately. The ratings are kind of very much down. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not even sure whether I'm going to continue Fatal Error. And I don't know. Based on the performance of the videos at the moment, I'm kind of not really inclined to do videos at all, really. But we'll see how we go. It could just be a slow period. Anyway, thanks to the guys who have been watching and subscribing and stuff, and I'll have some more info for you later, but I hope you enjoyed my little mini critique of the trailer. There's not really much to work with. I mean, it wasn't very sarky, but you know, what can I do really? There's not much there. Yeah, thanks for listening, and there'll be more information soon. Thank you, bye bye.